Disasters can happen in an instant, without warning. Are you and your family prepared? Knowing what to do when a disaster strikes can literally mean the difference between life and death. Depending on the circumstances and the nature of the disaster, the first important decision after an incident occurs is whether to stay where you are or evacuate. Understand and prepare for both possibilities in advance by developing clear, well-thought-out plans. In this DVD, we will assist you in your shelter-in-place planning.
In the event of a chemical release, civil disturbance, or other incident which makes it dangerous to be outside, you may be asked to shelter in place. Shelter in place means to make a shelter out of the place you are in. It is a way for you to make the building as safe as possible to protect yourself. The following are steps you should take before the emergency strikes.
Choose a room in your house, apartment, or workplace for the shelter. The best room to use for the shelter is a room with as few windows and doors as possible. A large room with a water supply is best, something like a master bedroom that is connected to a bathroom. For most chemical events, this room should be as high in the structure as possible to avoid vapors, gases that sink. This guideline is different from the sheltering-in-place technique used in tornadoes and other severe weather and for nuclear or radiological events when the shelter should be low in the home or workplace. Have a kit that includes first aid kit, flashlight, battery-powered radio, and extra batteries, a working telephone, cell phone or hardline, duct tape and scissors, towels and plastic sheeting. You may wish to cut your plastic sheeting to fit your windows and doors before any emergency occurs. Food and bottled water. Store 1 gallon of water per person in plastic bottles, as well as ready-to-eat foods that will keep without refrigeration in the shelter-in-place room. Do not drink water from the tap. And don't forget your pets. If you are instructed by first responders, media outlets, the County One call system, or emergency alert system to shelter in place, then go inside as quickly as possible. Bring any outdoor pets indoors. If there is time, shut and lock all outside doors and windows. Locking them may pull the door or window tighter and make a better seal against the chemical. Turn off the air conditioner or heater HVAC system. Turn off all fans. Close the fireplace damper and any other place that air can come in from outside. If your kit is not stored in your safe room, retrieve it. Go in the shelter-in-place room and shut the door. Turn on the radio. Keep a telephone close at hand, but don't use it unless there is a serious problem. Sink and toilet drain traps should have water in them. You can use the sink and toilet as you normally would. If it is necessary to drink water, drink stored water, not water from the tap. Tuck a damp towel under the doorway of your safe room. Tape plastic over all windows, doors, vents, outlets, and any other openings. Use duct tape to make an unbroken seal around these. If you are away from your shelter-in-place location when a chemical event occurs, follow the instructions of emergency coordinators to find the nearest shelter. If your children are at school, they will be sheltered there. Unless you are instructed to do so, do not try to get to the school to bring your children home. Transporting them from the school will put them and you at increased risk. Listen to the radio for an announcement indicating that it is safe to leave the shelter. When you leave the shelter, follow instructions from local emergency coordinators to avoid any contaminants outside. After you come out of the shelter, emergency coordinators may have additional instructions on how to make the rest of the building safe again.
Keep listening to your radio or television until you are told that the disaster has passed and it is safe to go outside again, or that you need to evacuate your location. Your local emergency responders and emergency management agency will provide you with all the information you need to recover from the situation.
Before disaster strikes, remember to make a plan and practice it with your family and coworkers. These simple guidelines will help you stay safe during an emergency. For further information, contact the Darke County Emergency Management Agency or visit ready.gov.